morning, everyone. Thank you for joining this peer assessment meeting. Today, we will be discussing the peer assessment we received. I assessed Bukhari with 19, Jordan with 19, ALISHA with 19, KHAIRIL with 19, AMIR with 20, ALIF with 19, LUQMAN with 18, Awatif with 17, and ALISHA with 20. Let's start with Shah's assessment. Shah, could you please provide some on your assessments?
Sure. Overall, I found the quality of work to be impressive. The assessment I gave everyone was 20, while Jordan received 19.
Thank you, Shah. Let's move on to Awatif. What assessment did you provide?
I assessed the following team members. Bukhari received 13, Jordan received 10, ALLEESYA with 15, QISTINA 13, Kai received 13, AMIR received 19, ALIF received 13, LUQMAN received 13, and Shah received 15.
Well, thank you, Awatif. ALISHA, what were your assessments?
I assessed Bukhari with 16, Jordan with 16, Awatif with 16, QISTINA with 16, Kai with 16, AMIR with 20, ALIF with 16, LUQMAN with 16, and Shah with 18.
Great. LUQMAN, could you share the assessment you provided?
Sure. I assessed Bukhari with 20, Jordan with 16, Awatif with 20, ALISHA with 20, QISTINA with 20, Kai with 20, AMIR with 20, ALIF with 20, and lastly, I assessed Shah with 20.
Well, thank you, LUQMAN. Jordan, what assessment did you provide?
I assessed Bukhari with 20, Jordan with 16, Awatif with 20, ALISHA with 20, QISTINA with 20, Kai with 20, AMIR with 20, ALIF with 20, and Shah with 20.
Thank you, Jordan. And lastly, Alif, could you share your assessments?
Yes, certainly. I assess each of my members with 20 marks.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing your assessments. Now, let's discuss the discrepancies we observed in the evaluations and try to understand the reasons behind them. This will help us gain insights into our individual perspective and ensure fairness into our assessments. Shah, you assessed Bukhari with 20 while Awatif scored him 13. Can you explain the reasons behind the difference in your evaluation?
Yes, of course. In my assessment, I found Bukhari's contribution to be consistently strong. He demonstrated a deep understanding of the subject matter and actively participated in group discussions. Additionally, his work showcased attention to details and thorough research. These factors led me to give him a higher score.
I understand Shah's perspective, but in my assessment, I thought that Bukhari's contributions were not as consistent. There were instances where his work lacked clarity and his participation in group discussions seemed limited. While he had some strong points overall, I couldn't give him as high of a score.
Well, thank you for both of you for sharing your thoughts. It's clear that your assessments were influenced by your individual observation of Bukhari's contributions. Moving on, LUQMAN assessed score Jordan with 16. Can you explain the reasons behind this, LUQMAN?
Yes, certainly. I found Jordan's contributions to be quite valuable. He consistently shared insightful ideas during our discussions and showed great teamwork skills. His work demonstrates a good understanding of the subject matter. Based on this factor, I felt he deserved a better score.
Oh, really? Well, from my perspective, in my assessment of Jordan, I observed that his participation in team discussions was limited and his contribution lacked depth. While he completed the assignment task, the quality of his work fell short in some aspects. These reasons led me to give him a lower score. Well, now let's continue discussing the discrepancies and reasons behind them. For the remaining team members, ALLEESYA, you assessed me with 18 while Awatif scored me with 13. Could you both share your perspective on this difference?
In my assessment of QISTINA, I found her contribution to be consistently strong. She actively participated in group discussion, provided valuable insight, and demonstrated a solid understanding of subject matters. I felt that her work was well researched and presented effectively, which led me to give her a higher score.
While I agree that QISTINA made some valuable contributions, I also noticed some instances where her idea lacked depth and her work could have been more thorough. In my assessment, I considered the overall consistency of her contribution and felt that a slightly lower score was warranted.
Thank you for both of you for sharing your perspective. It's evident that your assessment were influenced by the consistency and the depth of my contributions. And Bukhari, you assessed Jordan with a perfect score of 20, while Awatif scored him with 10. Could you both share your perspective on this, Sydney?
In my assessment of Jordan, I found his contribution to be consistently exceptional. He actively participated in discussion, provide valuable insight, and showcase a strong grasp of the subject matter. Additionally, his work was exhibited through research and attention to detail, which led me to give him a high score.
I appreciate Bukhari's viewpoint, but I felt that Jordan's contributions were not as strong as they could have been. While he made some valuable points, there were instances where his work lacked depth and his participation seemed limited. Based on this observation, I assigned him a lower score.
Thank you, Bukhari and Awatif, for sharing your perspective. Well, Kai, you assessed me, ALISHA, and ALIF with 16, while Awatif scored them with lower marks. Could you explain the reason behind this in the difference, Kai?
In my assessment, I considered the overall performance of QISTINA, ALISHA, and ALIF. I found their contribution to be consistently strong, showcasing a solid understanding of the subject matter and active engagement in team discussion. They consistently met the assigned task with trueness and accuracy, which led me to assign them higher score.
While I agree that QISTINA, ALISHA, and ALIF had valuable contributions, I felt that there were areas where their work could have been improved. I observed instances where the depth of their ideas and the quality of their work fell slightly short. Therefore, I assigned them slightly lower scores.
Thank you, Kai and Awati, for sharing your perspective. Its difference in assessment stems from variation in the perceived quality and depth of the contributions made by me, ALISHA, and ALIF. So, could both of you assess all team members with perfect scores? Could you actually share your reason behind these evaluations?
Well, in my assessment, I found all team members to be consistently exceptional in their contribution. So, each member actively participated, provided valuable insight, and demonstrated a strong understanding of the subject matter. Their work exhibited through research, attention to detail, and effective teamwork skill, which led me to assign them perfect score.
I concur with Amir's viewpoint. I found that all team members consistently delivered outstanding work, displayed strong collaboration skill, and showed a deep understanding of their project objective. Their contributions were consistently exemplary, deserving perfect scores.
Thank you for both of you for sharing your perspective. To address discrepancies and ensure fair evaluations, let's focus on option, clear criteria, and peer feedback. We should discuss any concerns, establish shared expectations, and provide specific feedback. Does anyone want to add on?
I believe every team member has shown exceptional dedication and valuable contribution. Their through research, attention to detail, and effective teamwork skills deserve a perfect score of 20. So let's recognize their hard work and assign them the highest mark possible.
I agree with Amir's viewpoint. They deserve a score of 20 for their hard work and dedication.
I fully support the idea that given everyone a score of 20.
I mean, like with Amir's viewpoint, they should all be awarded a score of 20 for their effort.
What is your opinion about this?
I'm on board with the consensus. All team members have consistently shown exceptional dedication and contributed significantly to our project. They truly deserve a score of 20.
I completely agree with Amir's suggestion. The hard work and effort put in by every team member has been remarkable. Giving them all a score of 20 acknowledges their valuable contribution.
I fully support the proposal of giving everyone a score of 20. They deserve the highest mark.
For me, I also completely agree with the consensus. The hard work The commitments and outstanding contributions of every team member should be recognized with a score of 20.
I also support the idea of giving everyone a score of 20. The dedication, valuable insight, and strong teamwork displayed by each team member make them deserving of the highest marks.
Together, all of us are agreeing to give each other a score of 20 to every team member, acknowledging their hard work, dedication, and valuable contributions. And thank you everyone for participating in this peer assessment meeting and for the fruitful discussion we've had. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright.